Okay guys, we have the Pisang Raja banana. It's ripened up. You see that banana right there turned yellow, and immediately a squirrel or a rat came in and ate it. We know it's ripe. It's ready. The rack is ready to be taken off now. The tree split right there and fell over because of the tremendous weight. They usually hold, actually, which is kind of a cool thing. The stem actually usually holds with Pisang Raja. And as soon as it fell over a couple days ago, within a couple days, it's ripe. So not a problem. So typically you would take the machete and cut it right about there to get it down to this level. But we already have that in this case. So I'm going to try real carefully not to hit the other bananas. You don't want to hurt the other banana stem there. There we go. Now we'll pull it down a little more. The machete's still in there. Watch your toes. Okay, here we are. Don't want to hurt our feijoa plant. Okay. There we have it. Okay. Here's the rack there, guys. Not bad, not bad. This is an orange flesh banana. It when it's even a little bit yellow, it's kind of ripe. It does not have to get fully yellow on the outside. Half and half, and it's basically fully ripe. When it gets fully yellow on the outside, it's a little bit too ripe, I think. So we're gonna retrieve our machete out of there, and this is one of my favorite bananas right here, Pisang Raja. Pretty tall, it's about 13 foot, but this one's real vigorous. It's popping out pups, and it's always grown well. Okay, there we go. There they go. There's the rack. Oh, that's heavy. It's a nice rack there. I'm gonna drop the machete on my toes here, guys. Okay. Machete away. Okay. Here it is. Pisang Raja. Once one of them has turned ripe, in any rack of bananas, you can take the whole rack. It's not going to benefit it to hang on the tree. You're going to have animals that will come and get it. Pisang Raja, guys. Got a nice rack here for you. Okay guys, so that is it. That is Pisang Raja from India, aka the GRINDY. What a producer. I highly recommend, if you can pick this variety up, to get the Pisang Raja. If you're in Florida, if you're in anywhere, well, try it out. What a fruit. Hey little pup. Okay, so 24 hours later, you have two more. You had one right before, now you have two more that have turned yellow. So about that quickly. That's why you don't want to leave them on the tree. You're going to lose a few more to animals. It starts ripening real quickly. Okay, this is the Brazilian Dwarf. It's finally ripened up today, so we're going to take that down. I'm going to take that down now. You can see the shape. It has that dolphin nose, which is like the Namwa. Has the dolphin nose like a Namwa. But it is Brazilian Dwarf, and you know it's Brazilian Dwarf, which is it's called the apple banana. So you can see right behind this one, you have, you see the way the flower is, how it's like all the petals hang on all the way down. That it does that a lot. Okay guys, so Brazilian Dwarf, it's ready. We're gonna chop it kind of right about there without trying to chop the other trees. You can use a You can use a saw too. In some cases it's easier. It's not a very sharp machete. Probably should sharpen it. There we go. So now we have it down, at least we can grab it. Just gonna pull it down. And eventually you'll chop up that, the rest of that banana. The whole banana tree will get chopped up. But this is Brazilian Dwarf. It's very close to the Namwa, but it's actually different. The flavor is real good on the Brazilian Dwarf. This is from Florida Hill Nursery. You can get the tissue culture. This is a tissue culture. They've grown pretty well though compared to the other species. Some of the other species we've gotten from them. There you go. It's not a huge banana. That's kind of the size it gets even in Brazil and stuff when it's decently fertilized. So that's pretty good actually. Brazilian Dwarf, guys. The prata. You can see the difference in size between Pisang Raja and Brazilian Dwarf. Right there. Brazilian Dwarf's on the left. Pisang Raja is on the right. So we applied the fertilizer yesterday, and within 24 hours, 2 different racks of bananas finally finished ripening that were ripening up pretty slow. And so they kind of go into overdrive. It's just like any plant. You fertilize bananas and they're going to go crazy and produce faster, and so it's worth it in the end. Okay guys, so it looks like these are ripening up real quick, and this species, Pisang Raja, when it's not fully yellow, I found that it's already ripe at that point. See if we can snip enough. Okay, this is how we usually kind of find some nice pruning scissors, and okay, I think that's typically ripe with this one. We'll give it a try here. Yeah, see, it's very ripe, and the flesh of it it's a real ripe state here, even though it's not on the outside. It just turned fully yellow. So the other species, they're not as ripe when they are fully yellow. So this is you can see the orange flesh there. Okay. You see the orange a little bit better there. We'll test the BRIX real quick. Okay, so we have a little slice of banana there. Typically you can kind of squish it a little bit so you can see through it a little bit. There you go. You need to be able to kind of see the sun through it. I don't know if you can check the looks like it's about 30, which is I don't know if we can. It's about 30 right there. So 30 BRIX Pisang Raja banana. It's about as high as it gets, and so I recommend the variety. It's vigorous. It grows well in Florida. It tastes great. When you blend it into a smoothie, it's kind of orange. It's kind of a different little flavor to it because it's orange. Different things in it, nutrients and things. So there it is in the sun. You can see the orange interior of the Pisang Raja banana. The GRINDY from India. 30 BRIX, guys. Tasty, very sweet, guys. So with the Pisang Raja right here, a banana that looks like this compared to a grocery store banana. It's like the grocery store banana with spots all over it. It's that ripe. It's like a grocery store banana that's extremely ripe that you'd want to use for smoothies with spots. The ones that have green, that are half green and half yellow, kind of like this one right here, those are the ones that are a little bit more kind of the ones that you would eat out of hand from the grocery store typically. A lot of people don't like to eat out of hand the grocery store bananas when they get too ripe. So these are real good for smoothies at this point, at 30 BRIX, and these ones would be a little bit less BRIX probably, and a little bit more the one you kind of eat out of hand. They're almost too ripe at this point for me. They lose their acidity when they're like this. They have a little bit of a nice acidity when they're like this. Not too much, it's not like that type of banana, but that's how you do it. That's the Pisang Raja, and these are the Brazilian Dwarf next to it. I like to let these get a little bit more yellow than this though. So just measured papaya off that papaya tree out there you see, straight ahead. Not a bad tasting papaya, only 10 BRIX on it, but it's pretty sweet actually. It's got a pretty good flavor. I'm gonna go for a different species though. I've had some in Colombia that it's really tasting like more of like fruit punch than this, like a different type of fruit punch. This one is just okay. It has a pretty good flavor, not too much of that old time papaya flavor in it, which I don't like. This is more the new good papaya type. So I have the rack here in my hand. Get on the scale. We're up on the scale now. See what it says. 219, a 20-pound. Guys, this is a close-up of the stem of the Pisang Raja. Just wanted you to see the coloration on it. It has pink on it. Almost every one of them does. Don't have a super small one in this side. It's got some green and some speckles with like a pinkish red, showing that orange flesh. And it is a more of a dry textured banana when it gets a little bit more ripe. Like the one I just ate, it's not super creamy at that stage. That stage I think it's great for a smoothie, okay? There we go, there's another one here that's ripening up. This one right here is almost like the perfect ripeness with these. It's a little bit of green on it. When they're fully yellow, they're super overripe. So again, if you want it like perfect, the perfect moment, the most flavorful, the flavor supposedly kind of fades as they get a little bit more ripe. It's still there, but it's just there's a potent like moment, and it's kind of like this right here. You want to eat it at this stage. So on the right, you can see a dwarf namaw. Those are pretty happy dwarf namaws. They get a good amount of water, and they're just maybe about 7 feet when they start flowering. And then there's to the left is Pisang Raja. About 10 to, the leaves go up to like 14 feet, something like that. The crown's like 10 feet. In the full sun, that's the color. So I mean, it's not really a bright yellow. It's kind of it's in the middle, and you can see that orange, that bright orange center. A little bit creamier on this one.